We're doing a trial on Lawrence Clarke to see if he's guilty of attempted murder of the indigenous culture.
So, opening statement, 4 arguments, and a closing statement. So, the Crown then looks at what happened and says, does this fit a particular charge in the Canadian Criminal Code? You guys are after the truth. Now, a statement has been made. Lawrence Clarke, his actions led to the attempted murder of indigenous culture in Canada. They only have to prove the truth. Do you remember what I said upstairs? What do you have to raise? Reasonable doubt.
Can we skip comparisons like stuff that's going on in the Middle East, like, or is this strictly historical? Like we're only going to use historical facts now?
Well, it is one of those things where, according to the curriculum, as this is the end kind of cornerstone, capstone project, you can't go there if you want to.
And so we're trying to figure out how the Indigenous were prevented from forming government, and
I think we're also trying to show like how he was like racist and how he wasn't supporting, and he was like trying to keep up his image with like the white colonial people, like while pushing down the Indigenous people further.
They will basically. Isn't it true that how do I lower the anxiety levels for anybody who hasn't identified or who just has like a low level anxiety?
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good? And who are you in this mock trial?
Lawyers. We're lawyers. I'm Gabriel Dumont. On the Crown
Gabriel
side.
Dumont, Crown side, your Crown lawyers. And how are you feeling about this today?
We're pretty excited. It's gonna be fun.
You ready to rock?
Yeah.
You gonna win?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
All right, perfect. Good to hear.
We are the defense lawyers for Lawrence Clarke, right? I think.
Defense lawyers for Lawrence Clarke?
Yeah, we are the defense lawyers.
Great. And how are you feeling about the trial today?
Pretty nervous, but excited.
A little nervous?
Yeah.
Got to use that energy, that nervous energy, right?
Yeah.
Channel it. Great. Are you gonna win?
Yes. We're gonna try.
See, that's funny because they said the same thing. Very interesting. Very interesting. We'll see.
Hey, this is an important. I am part of this. All right, I'm not sitting back going, "Oh my God." Right, I am part of this, and we're working together. Okay, so I will step in and help you. So I'm Mr. Macri. I am the Social Studies Chair at Claremont. Myself, Mr. Neufeld, and Ms. Hansen have been attempting to navigate the new curriculum as it's been presented by the ministry. We are doing a final assessment, which is a mock trial. So the kids have basically been preparing for the last 70 days of classes to do a mock trial of a little-known character in Canadian history, who is this man named Lawrence Clarke. Lawrence Clarke, as you will see through witness testimony and questioning, was involved in the Northwest Rebellions and was a little bit of a shifty character. His actions, the Crown will try to prove that his actions led to the defeat of the Métis in the Northwest Rebellions, and that led into a downward spiral. Basically, he's on trial for the attempted murder of Indigenous culture in Canada as part of the larger criminal organization, which was the Canadian Conservative government under John A. Macdonald. Heavy stuff, but interesting. A lot of these people, the personalities, the witnesses that you will meet, you will not know. We did that on purpose because we're looking at history almost from the side. These kids work really hard, and I'm very proud of all of them. So we'll just give this a try.
All rise.
The Crown will prove the various actions and omissions of Lawrence Clarke have resulted in the deaths of countless thousands of Indigenous Canadians over the last 130 years.
Today we will prove that our client, Lawrence Clarke, is not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Were you willing to kill white colonials in order to have Rupert's land belong to the Métis?
Yes, I think all of us Métis wanted it for our own.
And did the children try to escape these prison-like schools? Why did they want to escape?
The reason they would want to escape is because if we were to speak our language or do our culture, we were punished pretty severely.
How did residential schools affect the survivors' new generations?
Well, when we went home from residential schools and we had children. I know many people were actually very violent towards their children because they weren't really treated well in the residential schools, so that's all they knew about.
State your name and occupation for the record.
Chief Shirley Robinson.
Is it true that you declared a state of emergency in Cross Lake, Manitoba?
Yes.
What influenced this decision?
Ever since December 12th, there has been 6 suicides.
Many extreme actions were taken, and I believe more communication with the Indigenous could have led to a better relationship.
So you could not have attempted to directly kill Violet Beaulieu, right? Ladies and gentlemen, may I remind you that she attended the residential school system over 60 years after this man's death.
If Lawrence Clarke was doing so much harm, then why didn't he do so much good?
Okay? So, all of your notes, everything that you have in front of you paper-wise, put your name on it. And I'm just going to incorporate that into my assessment. I am going to give you, as I told you about on Tuesday, and you saw in the back of your invitation, a worksheet. On it, you will find the big ideas for this course. It's your job to just simply read the big idea, think about all the stuff we talked about today, think about everything we've done since we came together as a class in February, and if there are any things that you can think of, connections, ideas, pictures, conversations, experience, times that Robbie Neal said wrecked, whatever it is,
Yes.
you write your name on each one of those cards, and you write in that connection.
You know, I never said it was a revolution.
All done?
I just said they changed.
Nice job, Macri.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Great closing statement.
I need a